Well, people, I don't know what to do here. It's saying I'm live anyway, I think. So can somebody just press that like button, please, if there's anybody there? As soon as anybody's there. Yes, that's one like. Cheers, mate. Big respect. I'm sorry I ain't got right angle on me phone, so on device. It's telling me to rotate screen, but I don't know how to do it. And I'm a bit scared of pressing it. Right, I think I'm just going to rotate it. I'll just ignore everybody. So, here we go, guys. Oops. I told you I'm no good at this, so big respect to everybody, and wow. Big respect, Celine. Big respect to you, and it's all been a bit mad today. Big respect, Natty D. Celine, respect to you, and thank you. What it is, there's been all sorts going off today, so what I'm going to do, I just had to get that on. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to rotate the screen. Oops, sorry about that, people. I'm going to rotate the screen. It's telling me to rotate device, but I can do it on here somehow. I know I can. Yes. All messages are up. Big respect to what it is, folks. It's telling me to rotate the screen, but is there something on device I can... Just 1 minute, bear with me a minute, people. I'm new to all this, I'm learning as I go along. And what it is, there's been a few happenings today. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hope that when I rotate this screen, I don't do something tragic. Because I can't keep watching them messages flying up and not paying people respect for taking trouble. Thank you very much. So here we go, guys. Craig Gill, respect to you. Suffolk Punch, Celine. Just one moment, people. Nicola Fuger, she knows who I mean anyway. Suffolk Punch. UK Tyrants, that's a new one. So you're a police officer, are you? Or a prison screw? Keith Whitty, respect to you. John Spence, also too. Danny Platter, NPO. Now, Tony Lister, respect to you. Norman York, hello to you too. Celine, respect to you once again. And here we go, Mr. Briggs. Yes, Knock, how do you do? Now, Mr. Briggs, I do know name Briggs, and it's I won't say common, but it's one of old names. Big respect, Silver Ghost. And point I'm getting to, Mr. Briggs, I do know that name, Briggs. I do know somebody called Briggs. That's why I'm going on a bit. Big respect, Gabriel Gray. Chris B. Anthony Liprot. Fuel. What sort of name's that? Performance. Have I said that right, mate? What it is, only school I ever went to were approved. And you've only to check out my St. Camilla's Part 3 to know what them places were like. And they were avid Catholics. Went to church on every possible occasion. Said half a dozen Hail Marys and then went and nonce kids. Well, people, big respect, Josh Turner, UK Tyrants, John O'Oates, Chris B, Not Today, UK Tyrants, and I'm just going to have to change position a minute, people, because I've been suffering a lot of pain, so I've had to sit down on the floor again, and before you think I've forgot Mickey Finn, no, I haven't forgot you, mate. Big respect to Mickey Finn, once again. Oh, I'm sorry, people. Oh my God, this is hard today. But as you see, people, I'm getting about, and I've got a few places I can put stuff down and because Live Free is to blame for this lot. Look here, Live Free. And look at that. Spank the monkey. Yeah. Well, my point is here with this lot. This is Live Free. Telling me. Write a few things down, you know, reminders. I told him I didn't want to get into all this research, carry on, and I can't be bothered. I said, Live Free, come on, mate. I can tell you the stories. You're going to the prisons, but no. You won't have none of that. He said, listen, you will be massive. I said, listen, I'm not, I don't want to be massive. I don't want to be anything. I've never been massive anything. The way I've lived, I have always believed never to have more than I need. And and that goes for everything that I do. Don't have more food than I can eat. Don't have more money than I need to spend. Don't have anything about that you can't afford to lose. Don't have nothing in banks and anything squirreled away, because there's ways and means people have to get information out of you to get that. So what I do, unless I need something, I'm as happy skinned as I am with a pocket full of money. It don't mean a thing. As long as I've got what I need, so I can have a feed, I'm not bothered about no else. And as my mate Alistair Reid will tell you, I'm as happy sat here without a penny piece in my pocket. And I'm good at it. I am good at doing nothing. I am the best at doing nothing. I can sit here in this kitchen and not move for months. Not hours, months and months. And who's done that to me? Prisons. Prisons. They conditioned me at an early age to be able to sit in a room with absolutely nothing. Nothing at all, not to read. You had to earn the right in them days to get to library. Library? I said, boss, wow. You mean we can go and get a book? He said, you can have a few books. I thought, right, that's it, I'm off. They actually don't like anything in prison libraries about life, you know, like criminals and that, gangster books. They won't let you watch them. They censor what you watch and everything, it don't matter. Well, I think I've nearly got circulation sorted out, so I am better off down there actually. But what it is, it's not necessarily because of where I'm sat or anything like that. Oh, I get some really mad surges of pain now. And it's really, really scary. Oh. Because of what that surgeon said, I'm gonna have to seriously think about what I've always thought about not taking, having like such as the opium patches. All opium patches will mean is I'll be a legal smackhead. Years and years ago, legal smackheads got opium in amps. The only thing that's changed now is they get in a bottle and call it methadone. That substitute is as bad as what they're taking off and what they're taking off. And proof is in it, they can't take you off it years and years later. And I know because I've had heroin addict mates that have died on it. Not one, quite, oh. I'm actually going to get back down here on floor now, people. And, oh, just 1 minute. Let me get organised, if I can. Alistair, don't you dare laugh, you know. What it is, you see, people, as well, it makes it worse because I get up, well, I'm always up. If I'm not off for a couple of hours, numbness and everything else wakes me up, so I don't actually get any fitful sleep. I've had about 6 hours in the last 3 days or something. Let me just sit down here a minute and then I can pay my respects. Oh! You see, once... Oh! And on. Right, people, here we go. And listen at that. I wished I couldn't see it, tell the truth. At least back sat there on chair. I couldn't see that there's... I've got 72 people watching and 36 likes. So I think I've got a lot of trolls on here. And that's my trouble. I'm not good at sorting out who's who. And I went. Big respect, Celine. And I don't even know what them spanners are for. I used to have a spanner, but mine's even gone missing. Big respect, Karen Marsh. Victoria Mins, Barry Proudman. Big respect to you, mate. And like you've said, I aren't far from you, mate, so I'm going to look you up sometime. We'll have to sort something out. Because I actually come over your way as well. I've got family over that way as well. Big respect, MPO. Tony Crossley. Crossley. Oh, wow. What about Johnny Crossley? Do you know Johnny Crossley, mate? And I know a Johnny Crossland as well. I grew up with him. Natty D, John Turner, Craig Gill. Now then, Mr. Gill. I think I go back with some Gills a long way as well. And all Gills know me as Knocker anyway. So, Arthur Taylor's my proper name. I haven't hid anything from start. The mask has got naught to do with hiding my identity. It's my character for on here. Rob C, big respect to you. Andre Marsh, Celine too. Johnny Turner, Craig Gill, Named and Shamed, West Midlands. What part of West Midlands? I know a lot at West Midlands. As I've said before, I've lived in Birmingham and surrounding areas. Oh my, another name there, I know. Spencer. Now, another lad that I've got a lot of respect for. Big respect, Sammy Smith. I nearly missed you, I think, mate, then. With the red heart, thank you very much. You know, Shane Hutchinson. I know a Shane Hutchinson as well. Wow. What it is, we've all got same name doubles somewhere along the line. Mine were Arthur Taylor, Chief Inspector. How mad's that? And I find his wallet on the road and he wants to slag me down and have all his family attack me. Well, PC Taylor from Northallerton, get ready because I'm suing you, mate. I just can't be bothered at the minute. You're not attacking me and throwing me out it like you did, even knowing it, because I repeatedly told you. My point of repeatedly telling them that I'm disabled and 63, because they can say, well, you had a mask on. How am I supposed to know you're 63? That's why I tell them, one, and then I repeatedly tell them, because if they had any morals whatsoever, your elders are your elders. It don't matter whether they're right or they're wrong. Your elders are your elders. They're entitled to be wrong, same as you. You don't attack them because they're old. There are some people that do, don't they? We see them all the time on Crime Watch, getting nicked and getting 6 years. I'm not going to mention the names, but I'll just say they're from Bradford. I like Bradford. I know a lot of people of Bradford, as I've mentioned before. Main people I know from there is the the Trotters. Mr. Timothy Trotter, big respect to the man himself. And all that family, Jack, Don, Cess, Timothy, big respect to you, mate. What it is, Timothy, when you left that number, I have phoned and left that number with him at my old house. Funny enough, he still had my number. Well, I've only just got word, but eventually he did tell me though, Tim. I know it's a long time after, mate, and it's a bit rough now, like, but big respect to you. And I am going to try and get in touch with you, mate. I know I keep going on, but I hope somebody that knows Timothy Trotter or any Trotters that you can say, tell your Timothy, Knock lives at South Emsall, to get in touch. Nah. John Spence, Suffolk Punch, Ben McGinley. Oh, why does this black thing keep coming up on my screen? Every time I touch it. Big respect, Barry Proudman, Suffolk Punch, Ben McGinley, Gabriel Gray, big respect to all McGinleys anyway. Tilt me out to the McGinleys. There's quite... Evening, Craig. Big respect to you and thank you for supporting me, mate. And the dodgy characters, mate, it turns out they're from foreign parts. And I don't mean from abroad. I've been told... No, I'm not going to send out on here. Big respect, Floppy Fred. Now, people, I've gained a couple of likes, but not a lot. I've still got a lot more people watching, so I've still got a lot of trolls on. Not that I mind. Without trolls, there's no channel, is there? Somebody's got to... You can't have just people that want to say you're all right, can you? Andre Marsh, big respect. Oh my God. Big respect, Natty D, for that contribution. Respect. Wow, I can't believe that. Big respect, mate. You follow me, you're always on. Big respect to you. And thank you for that contribution. Stuart M. What's that? Oh yeah, Andre Marsh. Optical turnkey. Turnkey, yes. Do you know what an old turnkey is? It goes back to old handcuffs. And it was how they used to have to turn the key and went to lock them on. Oh, God, I'm getting some shooting pains right up my back. Oh, what it is, you get 3 types of symptoms. One's created with pressure at nerve to bone. The other is damage to the nerve. And the other's directly from nerve. The one that's coming directly from nerve is because of damage and them shooting sharp pains you get when you touch a exposed nerve in a tooth. That's the sort of pain you get then. And it's like a jolt. Well, imagine getting that through the best part of your body. Well, I've been getting... You do get used to it reacting better, shall we say. Big respect for that donation, Stuart M. And I think I've done something. And I'm showing you that, actually, yes, look, I've sussed it out. But just so you know, I am learning. You see here, look. There you go, people. Hand wash gel. And can you see what a mess Avron you made to my hand? Look at it. That was supposed to be like a little devil. His tail was with spike, and they were supposed to have horns and like a pitchfork. Avron's were all right when he did his. He made a right mess of mine. Just one moment. Now, Norman York. Boy for non-Norfolk. Right, let me just try and turn this camera around. No. Oh, yeah, that's it. Ah, see, I'm learning. How do I get it so I can turn it round that way on? Because I don't want it going up like this in portrait. I've put the auto thingy on to portrait, and at the minute it's set straight up like, but will it rotate automatic when it goes up? Let's hope so anyway. Now, like I said earlier on, I filmed 2 coppers that had pulled up, and they had 3 kids, local teenagers, I know them all. Young chavs. That's what they say I am, a chav, because I wear North Face. I wear it because it's comfortable, simple as. Am I supposed to wear shiny chinos and slippy shoes and wear daft shirts and look same as every old person on the street? Because that's what's expected of you. You can't wear clothes that are comfortable. You've got to have chinos that you can, everything slides off. Big respect. I wear trackies and everything because I'm comfortable in them. And I aren't bothered what I look like. It's a bit late for that, isn't it? I am my own boss. Always have been. Always will be. And if people don't like that, why bother? Why bother even? You know what I mean? Oh, let me just get back on this chair a minute or two, people. Oh. Oh. And then what happens is, because of what, now what'll happen now, people? Because I've been walking about, as long as I'm walking about and everything, I get up, take a load of painkillers, by the time I've had a cup of tea and woke up, decided what I'm going to do, not actually woke up. Then I go about my duties. And once I start, by then the painkillers are kicking in. So that edge of relief. And it's actually easier once I start moving, to keep moving. Because when I stop, it's then all the imbalance comes in. Because I'm all over the place with my balance, because there's that many parts that nerve trapped. I've got 4 vertebrae in my back that they're not going to bother trying to repair. There's no point, is there? It's lights out. too many vertebrae and too close to the brain to try and repair it. So there's no surgically that can be done. So it's not if they've said, and I actually asked him to tell me in layman's terms, just so it will clear in my head. Because you can tell me something now, and in 2 minutes I forgot it. And that's how it seems to be. This right leg at the minute is throbbing like mad. So what I have to do this and massage the muscles that are cramping up. Then, So when you're actually stood up and you're moving about, the can't cramp up, I think. I think that's how it works. That is better. Now I've got it. So what I have to do, I do that, and then once I get the circulation normal, if I keep my feet up, my feet start throbbing like mad because of the blood pressure. And then I don't know if you heard that crack, that would actually, that were actually bones in, oh my God. That were actually my ankle that were cracking. I'm just waiting, these painkillers are taking longer and longer to kick in, and that's where the addiction comes. Because then you get tempted to take more and more. But you see, I'm still going on and they've wrote me off, so why should I be bothering about that? Well, on the dose that I take, and I'm not even taking medications that I could be on. And that's because if you start taking opium, having them opium patches and things like that, you've had it. That's what I always thought, that's the way I was looking at it. I didn't want to be a smackhead, a legal smackhead, because that's what they are, legal smackheads, no different. It's opium, same, it's off same poppy. It's off same poppy that the heroin that the lads on the corners are tooting on foil. And there's coppers walking about and then they're harassing little kids. Day before yesterday, they were up the road giving COVID fines to parents that had brought the kids out to let them have a go on sledge. How bad's that? That's their hour exercise anyway, so what were they doing giving them fines anyway? But most of these people are foreigners, they don't know. They just accept and tell them what they want to know and accept the fine. And then they go home and they can't pay fines, so police are knocking on the door and already they look like criminals. All because police can't catch proper criminals. You've only to look at that inspector at York. I actually told them what I was going to do. I was going to film them when I got out of the police station. They'd arrested me for filming. And they let me go out with my camera and film them again. They thought they'd box clever by shoving me hard enough to get me through both sets of doors. They didn't bank on me putting my arm up and nearly breaking my arm. But that brought me fall and it spun me round. And I was there with my camera, shouting, "Turn around, little piggies. I've got you." It don't matter, the faces might not be on. Actually, I think they are, yeah. Anyway, 2 male officers and a female officer. The little piglet, guinea pig, with blonde streaked hair, protecting the inspector. I bet he's already tampering with her in interview room. And I'm not bothered if people don't like what I say, because that's what they are, scumbags. They showed themselves for tyranny. People go on, trolls go on, you go there and wind them up, and then whine like a bitch because they react. We don't go out to wind them up. Us being there winds them up. But even if we had, which we hadn't, they are still not supposed to react, you muppets. That's the whole point. If somebody goes out there, we don't, but if somebody goes out there and winds them up, and they react, you don't say, oh, it was alright, it winded me up. They've got guidelines, you muppets. It's the job. Don't big them up for not doing it. I've bent police all my life and they will stitch me up on this poxy charge I'm on. Trespass? Aggravated trespass? Where what aggravated bit? When we walked onto that site, as it plainly shows on our video, them security that are claiming we accosted them or whatever they're saying we've done to get through the barrier is all bollocks. And the proof of it is on our videos. Because we're walking on the site with our videos and they're running down the road towards us, waving their hands about like fairies. Whoa, 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 whoa. So I put my hand up and said, stay back, what you doing? 2 meters. Then we had a little crack with dodging and diving about. But nobody touched anybody at all. Nobody made any threats. And it is all on video. All them security that were saying to them coppers, and I've got you all on video doing it. Please, please, they've attacked us. They've come on site and stopped us doing this job. There were nobody there. There were only staff. 25 minutes we were there. 25 minutes. There were supposed to be thousands getting tested every day. Thousands. They weren't saying hundreds, they were saying thousands are getting tested. We went to 2 sites, we didn't see any patients getting tested anywhere. Now, as I've said a million times before, it don't matter. You want to accuse people of winding them up, or you winding them up. You can't expect to whine like a bitch when they've reacted. The whole point is, for all the muppets that don't understand, and I'm saying muppets because it's only the trolls that want to argue about stupid stuff like that. The tyrants are not supposed to react. Don't matter what we do, it's what they do. They're ones that are supposed to be upholding law. Not me. Are you real? They've been locking me up all my life, telling me I'm a naughty boy. You will go to jail and learn your lesson. The government will rehabilitate you. Last time I were in, I said to Screw, hey up boss, I've got getting on for 16 years behind door. When's this rehabilitation start? And he used to say, you tell me. Because they can't, because they're muppets. It doesn't exist, rehabilitation. There ain't such a thing. You rehabilitate, oh, let me just get down here. Ah. Well, now, Anthony Lip Trot Fuel Performance. What's that all about? Why would you go on Sunday's channel to put that on? Big respect to Soul Cute. Suffolk Punch. Natalie Cox. Mark Mountford. You can see how I'm chilling out now and I'm taking my head off what I was thinking about. Stupid trolls, letting them get to me like that. You see, they win, but Norman York. Big respect to Norman York, David C, Celine, Suffolk Punch, respect Celine, big respect to you, and thank you for saying a big up also to Live Free, respect Live Free, Marty Blackburrow, Sherlock Jones, Youthful Transparency, Chunky Monkey. Special thanks to Chunky Monkey. It was great talking about the talking about the boys, bringing back all them memories, all them years back, mate. It was amazing. Lewis Boyer, is that right? Big respect to you. Bodie Daly. Oh, yeah. Big respect to you. Oh, my God, look at this for a name. What's that? I'm not even going to try and do you justice on that. But you're saying to ignore the trolls. Yes, I do know that, mate. There only aims to get a mention. Yes, it is. And I am new to this game. And big respect to Zippy Penguin Tribute. Zippy Penguin, that rings a bell. Big respect to Ross Briggs. Actually, mate, I am going to try and get down Bristol. So if that's where you're from, we're already thinking coming down that way as well, mate. I like it down south. I go to Ramsgate, Margate, my stepdaughter lived in Ramsgate and Margate for quite a bit. I was buzzing when she moved back up here. Worried me to death while she was down there. But she's proper got her head screwed on. And I've just noticed my likes have gone up quite a bit. Thank you very much. And as I say, when she tells me she's moving, like, she just come and said to me, I'm moving to other end of the country. Basically, that's what she's did. She couldn't get any farther away. 5-hour drive. She thinks on it as nothing. She drives there and straight back, thinks naught about it. I used to worry myself to death. I always made sure she had money in her pocket. But she'd never ask me for none. Well, that's not true, she does. She actually takes piss. Just lately anyway, but only just lately. She holds down 2 jobs at the minute. She's a nurse in a nursing home for special needs and that. So to me, she's a hero. She's got 3 kids of her own. And only thing I can say, I suppose she'll be my step granddaughter really, but to them, I'm just not. I'm not step granddad. I'm not granddad. I'm knock. That's who I am. I'm knock. That sorts the pocket money out and they can come and take piss and drag me all over the village, because that's what they do. I go to my local innits when I'm expecting them, and I come out with carrier bags. Carrier bags out of innits. Yeah, give me 2 of them, 2 of them, 2 of them, 2 of them. They even put them in the bags for me so they don't get crushed before I get up home. And they even said to me now, oh, kids coming, Ada? I say, yeah. I've actually started filming them, dodging straight for the fridge. There's 3 generations on them, fridge raiders. Big respect, Andre Marsh. The what? The Frankie boy. Oh yeah, the Frankie boy. 22. The Frankie boy. That can't pillock Frankie boy at this game. Who's the thing they're pillocking Frankie boy at this game? They can't pillock Frankie boy. That's what my sister used to say. My dad used to say that, because that was his name, Frank. And that's what he used to say to my brothers, or any on us, really. If he thought we were exaggerating, that's what he meant by pillocking. And he'd be trying to watch racing. And my sister used to sit on armoured chair. And he'd have a big grin on his face because he knew what she was going to do. And he used to go, oh, Janice, I'm telling you, you better give up. So she used to put a finger under his glasses like that. And he still wouldn't move. And then she'd go like this, she'd go. And he'd go, I'm telling you. She'd go. And then he'd jump up, chase her around the house, chase her straight out, and he'd be shouting at her, get out, get out. And he'd shut door and she'd run off random laughing. Wound him up to death. And that's where it's from. That can't pillock Frankie boy. Who's the thing the pillocking thee at this game? And that's what he used to say. That can't pillock Frankie boy. Who's the thing the pillocking thee, Malky boy, at this game? That can't pillock Frankie boy. That was our Janice. I'm going to have to get her on film, but I'm going to try and get it. There's a thing on my phone that you can put a mask on them, isn't there? But she won't keep still long enough, you know, for it. She'll end up getting exposed, and I don't want to expose her. She's mad our Janice. She's a hairdresser. You won't think she was if you sort of stay to my hair. And I whip mine off #1 all the time. I had it cut a couple of weeks ago, so I know what Live Free's like. Live Free's grown faster than mine. And we all had it cut, funny enough, same day. Marty Blackburn had his cut same day as well. Marty Blackburn, Sherlock Jones, Live Free, all in the same barber shop as it happened. In Leeds. Just round from train station. Right, let me just pay a few people respect. Jake Taylor, big respect to you. Natty D, also you. Celine and Ross Briggs. Rod Wright. Rod Wright. You see, as soon as I see a name, if I see a name, it takes me off subject. This is why such as this is no good. So, a friend of mine is actually from Bulgaria. I'm going to Bulgaria when he goes back, hopefully midsummer next year. Although where things are looking, it's not going to look like we're going to get a chance. But he's going to show me Bulgaria because it's proper dangerous there. And what I was saying about earlier on, how it's only quarter of street, my street, that's respectable. And that's because how they dump rubbish outside onto roads. That's what they're doing in Romania and Bulgaria. And I know that for a fact. Because Romanians and Bulgarians are actually gypsies. They are Romanian gypsies. They don't live like we do. You can't expect them to. They come here and try, give them that. Stuart M, big respect. Bodie Daly, respect to you. And Natty D, thank you. Jake Shankly, respect to you. Craig Gill, Bodie Daly, respect. Yorkshire lads, respect. Yes, mate, big respect to you. Andre Marsh, big respect to you too. You see, as soon as I read a name and it triggers a memory, I have to think. Mark Mountford, respect. Yeah, I'm trying to, mate. I'm trying. You see, this is a new me, this. I'm not one for talking and discussing things and all that. All my life, I've had it drilled into me. You don't say this and you don't say that. You don't talk to him and you don't say that. This is why when people say it were Arthur Taylor told you his name, you can honestly say that it's a load of bollocks. Arthur Taylor can't even remember his own name. And what it is, it was way of life. If you can't remember a name, you can't grass nobody up, can you? So there it is. And that's how it is. And I only remember the people I'm grafting with. And I give them a bent name. I give them pet names, not bogus names. They're pet names because I don't want to call them by the proper name. You get used to saying something with the proper name, and then you do something, and before you know it, you're treating them and you same as always, and calling them by the same name as always, and then everybody's going to the police station. So don't remember names. That's why all these people are now jumping on thinking, wow, Knock's got a channel. Wow. And even right outside my own fucking gate. Oh, God. But you see how well I was doing? I was actually doing very well, people. At least give me respect for that. You've got to agree that I haven't swore on this live as much as I normally do. And that's in respect to you people. But you can't expect me to come on and do a YouTube channel and be perfect, because it's not going to happen. I'm first to admit I've worked other side of the fence all my life. The last 20 years, it's been... And I'm a respectable person. People have always liked me. Whether I were good or I were bad, they still liked me. I'm a likeable person. I don't want to be disliked. Trolls, I don't give a toss about. I just let them get to me. I actually like arguing with them. They won't win an argument with me, I'll tell you that now. Anybody that knows me, I'll tell you. They come to mine and they spend half an hour trying to get out. If I don't decide they're going, they're not going nowhere, believe me. Respect again to Craig Gill, Natty D, John Spencer, your name has just set a memory going again, mate. Nigel Dakin. Now there's that Dakin, because I know somebody called Deakin. You see what I mean? Deakin, that surname Deakin, well, I'm sure it's from a jail somewhere, but... Rod Wright. Yeah, Mr. Wright. I remember Mr. Wright. Everybody knows Mr. Wright. Are you all right? I'm all right. Mr. Wright, please don't set me up, Mr. Wright. Please, Mr. Wright. I've only been driving the fucking car. Oh, I'm sorry, people. I didn't mean to swear. But Mr. Wright, he would have... Yes, you know Mr. Wright, don't you? PC Wright, because that's all you'll ever be, mate. A PC. I'm sorry, this Mr. Wright on here, I'm not saying you're a PC. It just triggered that memory, mate. And I know Officer Wright set me up. What they used to do, people, they used to beat you up and set you up for whatever they wanted. And you didn't even have to get arrested for another crime. They'd come and arrest you at home. They weren't fussy. Gaz Deakin, that's who it was. Gaz Deakin. So it's Deakin, I know, mate. Not, let me just look for your name again. Not Dakin. I believe yours is Dakin and his is Deakin. But you see them well, pass on that. I can't even get it out of my mouth. When them police drove off after they'd left them local chavs, them local kids, I waved the local kids off it. I'm just gonna change position again. Oh. Oh. Oh God, I've got a, oh my God. I've got a cramp in my foot. Wow. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. Oh my God, my foot's throbbing like mad. Oh. I don't know why it does that. And what it is, when you ask them, you go in and you talk to them and you're looking at them and you're seeing them, whoa, up there. To me, them surgeons, if there was such a thing as a God, I believe that's what it would have been, a surgeon. They actually thought, oh, they had, oh, let me just, yeah. Also, the original Jack the Ripper, not Sutcliffe, Jack the Ripper, the original Ripper, they reckon he was royalty. Well, look at it. Royalty, just look at the royal family. Going back donkey's years, as long as you like. They're all crooks. All of them. They're all crooks. Andrew, paedophile. There ain't no dressing it up. Andrew is a paedophile. You can't tell me, you can't be mates with paedophiles. How can you be mates? Alright mate, no, I'm not a paedophile. I'm not a paedophile, but my mate is. Get fucked. You show me a paedophile and I won't be responsible for my actions. That's all I'll say. I've spent 17 years in riots and everything else, giving them people what they deserve. And let's just say they enjoy every that they get. There's the tell. You show me a nonce, but I need proof that he is a nonce. You need to know, you can't just go call people things like that. And then, without any doubt, I won't say what he'll get. But I've given you enough tells and I've made them pretty obvious as well. But that's the type of things I look for, the tells that draw your attention to something. What can I say? I'm not ashamed of my past. I am not ashamed of one day that I've done behind bars. I'm not ashamed of any of it. They put me in the proof school because now they'd probably say that I had, what do they call it when your kids are overactive? They've got no attention, concentration, and they're off doing what they're doing and throwing tantrums and all stuff like they do. And that, but you've got to think in them days as well, when they were saying I was a bad boy, your local copper. My dad actually took me to local police house up Briley. I'll be pointing it out because I'm going to do I'm going to do a live round here, because that's part of Alfie Fox's round. And I'm going to go around and point it out, because that's where I lived and grew up as well. All the people I know are still living there. I'm going to actually meet one of my next door neighbours, well, at least try, if I can get him off his arse, to have a trot round Riley with me, okay? How's that sound, mate? I'm going to go around and point things out and see how it was when we were kids. What were what? What's there now that were then? What is the int that wasn't? Including Danny Oates's, my old mate, Danny Oates himself. So I'll be doing that pretty soon. So, okay, expect me getting in touch, mate. And hopefully they'll have a walk around Brayley with me. We'll go over a few memories there. I think it'll be alright, mate. It'll do us both good. In a way, it's me saying goodbye to everyone. Oh, it's going to be like part of me saying goodbye to everybody, including Alfie Fox. What it is, I expected someday a bit more direct, connected to Alfie, to have rung me and left me a number or somewhere where I could get in touch with Alfie and speak to him in person, or tell me which is his site in Kent, and I will go pay my respects first, because I want to pay my respects to him, because as I say, he were falsely lifed up. Can you imagine that? He served 25 years behind door. Can you imagine that? And it was his wife and his mother-in-law that he were accused of killing. Can you imagine how horrible that must have been for Alfie? Wow. We went round painting on all bridges round here, Alfie, on Moorthorpe Bridge and everything. Free Alfie Fox. And then I was talking to Isaac round my back, and he said he was staying on your old land up there, up really, mate. And that Mr. Guest now owned it. I believe he's bought it off you, Alfie. Well, I wouldn't blame you for not coming back here, mate. And I'm glad you're back out. Big respect to Alfie Fox, everybody. The man that learned me how to earn my own money at 9, 10-year-old I was. And I was running round. I'm going to shout out chants that we had at the time. A lot of people don't know what the rags is, because they get called a rag and bone man. Well, this is why. It's the rag trade. What's the bone? The china. That's what it was, china. Cups, saucers, plates. And then we'd have horse and cart, and Alfie would be chanting on street, walking down street, and this is what he'd be shouting. You'll have to excuse me, because to do this chant I've got to clear my throat. Now remember, this is the rag day. Pots for your rags. Pots for your rags. pots for your rags. And it weren't just cups and saucers that you'd had your meals out of, but they are what cups and saucers that I'm referring to. But we used to do that with the cart, and then Long Tom, who was Alfie's father. Long Tom was also my mate's granddad. I'm not going to mention his name, Long Tom's grandson, because he's never associated with Long Tom, and he won't like to be mentioned, so I'm not going to mention him. And Long Tom was an English tinker, and he could make everything from the flowers and all such as these. Make these and such as these. They made these as well. And then they'd make you know the big flowers that you get that are like a big ball like that. Well, you get them clamps that you can put your foot on, and it's just two pieces of wood, and you press down on your foot and it clamps a piece of wood, and you get a piece of fruit wood and it's put into it like that. So say that's your fruit wood, and it's in your clamp, and then you've got one of them things with like a shaver with angles like on both sides. Then you place it on like that, and you shave a tiny little piece out like that, and you pull it towards you all the way down, as near to the end as you can, without cutting it off, and you leave it, and it curls up as you're doing it like that. Then you do as close to that as you can and come down with another one, and you keep doing that and turning the piece of wood round, and keep doing that, going round and shaving it. And do it, keep going round in layers, and it makes that ball, say. So then you end up with a stick with this round ball on top, all curled up little, looks like petals, all curled up like the flower, same as the flower. Then what they do is, they get blackberries or slowberries, and they crush them up, boil a bit of water up and put them in to get the dye to come out of them, the colouring. Then they dip the flower head in it, spin it round and swish it round and in the juice, and give it a shake, and then stick it in the ground and leave it to dry. And then you've got like red flowers and other flowers. Then use other various herbs and stuff that make other colours and make other coloured flowers and things. Then out at same softwood, they used to make the pegs, but instead of being idle and going and buying a stack of pegs out at Asda like they do now, you just stick a ribbon around it and go down knocking on doors, because that's what they did. They stole tinkers' work. I'll get into that in a minute. So then the tinkers would go knocking door to door. They'd say, "Do you want to buy some flowers for your lady, mister? They'll bring you good luck." It's not good luck to say no to a gypsy fella. I've got to feed the kids. They're only cheap, sir. They're being made, handmade. So you'd always try and blag a better price. Is there any chance you can make it when they want you to put a price on it? Is there any chance you can make it however much you want to say? And if they agreed to it straight away, well, lady, I was actually thinking just a tiny titch more. Could you make it another shilling? And I'll read your palm. And they'll read your palm and tell them a load of bollocks as well. Then they go away and they say, oh, my husband digs gardens. I notice yours is full of weeds. He'll do you that cheap. And he'll do it straight away for you. How much will it be? How much for doing this bit? She wants it turned over and all weed took out. Yeah, do you want all else done to it, love? No, just, we can do that. We can tidy it up. We'll make sure it's all nice and everything, love. Turned over, all weeds removed. Don't worry about that. Then they'll be there, true as to the words, and they'll dig that garden and they'll graft all day doing it. Not a weed in sight. They come out, are you happy with that, sir? Hoping you're going to feel guilty and give them a few quid like you would. That's what people do. That's what they're hoping for. And they know that in 3 months they can come back round because you're an idle cunt. Excuse the language again, I'm trying not to. But they know you're born idle, that's why they're there in first place. So they know that if they time it right, they can do a round and come back round in 3 months and they'll get the same job again. Oh yeah, that's him, yeah. Yeah, go on mate, sort it out, yeah, what? Same price are we on, mate? Well mate, I've had to stick another 5 quid on, but... Yeah, sound. Because he did a good job. And he's increased his money intake as well. But then the tatey famine struck. And the Irish came here. And at first it were all hunky-dory because they jumped on the farms down south, which is Garden of England. And a lot of traveller people live down there that still do that sort of work because it's the Garden of Eden. But then when there weren't no crops through the winter, they'd come north. They'd jump on all the tinkers' work. But they didn't do a proper job. As soon as they got the money in their hand, can you just give us half the money up front, missus? You hear that? You don't want to know, love. So no, go away. You get out unless you've watched them do the job properly. Look, missus, we've got to get home. I've had a phone call off the missus. The young one's not right. Is there any chance you can give us a few quid off that bill? And yeah, and we'll be here first thing tomorrow morning. And then you don't see them. Then they'll turn up one morning and they'll look like they're grafting. Well, what it is, love, this has happened and that's happened and I'm very sorry, but... And, we all added expenses I've had, love. Could you pay us for job? You can see we're honest and we're here. So then they'd pay them up. Woof, they're gone. So now nobody gives them work. Nobody gives them work. So they've all lost out. They don't come round selling veg no more because they think they've pinched it. What sort of people think that? That a man coming to the door selling veg? Because that's what they think now. They think you've shoplifted it. Well, I know it sounds daft, but it is actually more comfortable down here. And when I saw my face, in camera then, it reminded me of an old programme I used to watch. And that's how I actually feel like. Invisible Man. Can you remember Invisible Man? Now I know there's a lot of people out there who'll be able to remember Invisible Man. Oh, yes. Now, you'll have to bear with me, people, because I'm going to try and pay respect to Barry Winston, Celine, Norman York, big respect to you all. Suffolk Punch, Celine, Norman York, big respect. Craig Gill, Suffolk Punch, Predict Text. I don't know what that means. Yeah, the Predict Text. Wow, that's another thing. That's terrible. You tell your phone something and you think it's wrote it, and it ain't. It's wrote what it wants. But it's too late. You've pressed it. So then people are calling your names because you're a bad speller and all that. I'm no good writing the messages because I can't use my hands. I can't feel things. My hands tingle 24/7, twitch like mad. So I can't text, I can't hold phone. I'm dropping things all the time. I burn myself so I can't cook half at the time either as well. That's why my stepdaughter calls in all the time to make sure I've had something to eat. Big respect, Nigel Dakin. In respect to what you're saying, the Polish do all the work now, and Romanians and every other nationality of people that have come here. And I know a lot of them because they all live round Emsall. It's a multicultural town now. It's no longer just a miners' old town. And yeah, they do all jobs, but you've got to think all them jobs were still there before they came. I know that. And I know people that would not work in a factory. Full stop. Would not work in a factory. So all them jobs were there anyway, mate. So to say Polish have took jobs, I'm sorry, mate, I can't really say that's accurate, really. They have got all jobs, mate, but only because English are too fucking idle. Excuse the language. I'm sorry again. Only because the English are too idle to get a job. What it is, I don't know what to call it, the backlash of the 80s, all that drug carry on, and their kids that have grown up. Well, I'll tell you what it is. You've got these county lines. County lines, boys. Now, these county lines, boys. You can't just move in people's towns, you know that, don't you? It's not happening, boys. Now, all you county lines people, shame on you. Shame on you. Fair enough, you can say what you want about supply. And people bombing it all over the country, that's never going to change. I'm not talking about that, mate. What I'm talking about with the county lines is how they're doing it and the people that they're using to do it. You can't do that, mate. That ain't on. You cannot use kids. No. Shame on you. You dickheads. Using kids. Kids. When I say police used to always giving you a crack. Now county lines are sorting all that. And who they're getting to do it? All the little boys that used to get the crack before are getting the crack now. Honey, it's not same crack. I didn't know what they were on about, crack. What the fucking hell's crack? Well, let me tell you this. All them people that are knocking about around here, the trolls of the county lines, thinking you're doing fine. Let me tell you now, you're not. You're not. Because you've got no models for starters. You're using kids. You're using kids. You do not use kids to run your tattle. You do not do that. Shame on you. Shame on you. Don't tell me about this and that round different towns and that. I'm going to Birmingham. I've just told you earlier on. Birmingham audits and everybody else will tell you themselves. At this present time as we speak, Birmingham audits, if you're on here, mate, if you're the man that you say you are, jump on here and tell them about the Somalis all over Birmingham running the gear, especially the town centre and all over where I'm going, Winson Green. Well, listen to me now, boy. The man in my kitchen from the Gambia, he is Somali. He is Somali. So are the boys in Birmingham. The my man's people. They've come from the same place he came from. Straight from Somalia. You know what they're like over there, boy. You can't think that they come here and live like the white man. It ain't gonna happen. I was in Pontefract, down by the M62 where big roundabout is. I was sat there waiting in the traffic lights, on red lights. It's 4 lanes. There's one going up onto M62. There's 3 going under the bridge to go round to escape and all that. And another going up straight up into Castleford. Or you can go right round, right, and jump back on the 62 towards, I can't think at the minute, but let's get back to what we're on about. Next thing I know, I see 2 lads jump over the crash barrier near Edgett Road as we're heading down from Pontefract, waiting in the slip road, ready to go up slip road up onto M62, heading towards Leeds. Right by the race course it is. 2 lads jumped out from behind the crash barrier, ran straight past my car, down the row of cars, and I could see him clocking in the windows like that as they were walking past the cars. Then he walked past the car, he'd clocked a bag. I now know he'd clocked a bag on the passenger seat, front passenger seat. So he turned back round, he walked back to the side of the car, stood sat back like that, and as quick as a flash, boof, all the glass gone in the window. He leaned in, grabbed the bag, run back, jumped straight back over the barrier. By now all lights had changed, everybody's pipping. That lady's panicking like mad. Oh God, he snatched my handbag. Oh God, everybody's pipping. So she's off. Next thing she knows, she's halfway to Castleford. My man's running up racecourse, heading for Kentucky up road for his dinner with the lady's money. And that's because that's what they do over in their own country. That's how they live. You can't expect them to come here and live by our ways. Somalis, wow. Any Africans, you have a look at them and then say, throw them on streets in South Hemsel. Wow. What can you expect? Birmingham audits, big respect to you. And I've just been talking about all the Somali gangsters in Birmingham running everything. Yeah, all proper Somalis then, mate. They're the real deal. I know they're people. Big respect, Celine. And as you'll see when I come to Birmingham, I'll introduce you to a couple of them. Nigel Dakin, big respect, you're from over Selby. Yeah, well, when that copper got shot in Selby years ago, I believe that were in 80s. I can't remember off the top of my head what. I actually got arrested by Selby police. He escaped in a dark-coloured Sierra, and I was ringing cars at the time. I went and pinched a dark-coloured Sierra from near Selby. They chased me all over the place. I had to handbrake car in town centre. They had every exit off in town centre. 2 cop cars. I had to go back on myself. I suppose that was part of their plan as well. They ran me off road and arrested me with armed police. Yes. Big respect, Lee Harrison. Maria Hussein. Suffolk Punch. Celine. Birmingham Audits. Yeah, mate, from Birmingham Audits. Is mad. Yeah, it is mad, mate. Big respect, Celine, for your contribution. Thank you very much. Ben McGinley. Soul Cutter. Don't expect them doing that. No excuse. Don't expect to doing what? What it is, mate, trolls. Well, if you're on about trolls, trolls ain't got no excuse, mate. None whatsoever. It's no good saying you wound him up. You wound that copper up. He's paid, he's not meant to react. That's the whole point. To get them, they show their tyranny. They do every time. Never fail. Because they're maggots. Rod Wright, big respect to you. Ross Briggs. Maria Hussein. Albert Robinson. Suffolk Punch. Maria Hussein, thanks again. Vintage Rod White, vintage man. I don't know what that means, mate. Vintage man. Am I a vintage man? I'm 63, so I suppose I am. Ant 1234, big respect to you. I've seen you before. Respect again. I'm sure you'll be back again. Yeah. So big respect, Soul Cutter, Natty D, Suffolk Punch, and wow. Oh my God. Nah. I'm going to have to get comfortable for this. Big respect, Ross Briggs. Let me just get up on my chair here because I've got to pay respects. Oh. And, I don't know if you heard that. Did you hear that click? That's actually my back clicking into place, that. Oh. Now, I've come here because I have got to get back on here and let some circulation get back into this right leg, left leg, and say, without further ado, a big respect to you. Big respect. None your business. In the house. I cannot believe. None your business. I've said it before. I have got all the respect in the world for this man. He has followed me from day one. I know a lot of people have. But none your business. I cannot believe that donation, mate. I cannot believe it. But, and I say this from the bottom of my heart because of where things have been going just lately, I gratefully accept and I'm grateful for, and that will go towards paying for repair on my vehicle because all of a sudden somebody's crashed for cash, my stepdaughter. So she's had my car off me because she's a nurse and I felt her need were, oh my, her need were greater than mine because she works in a nursing home for so she's got my car, my stepson's car packed in, so I replaced this, and now I'm replacing gearbox in his vehicle because it's easy to repair gearbox in his, and I'll keep his then because we've just done all work on his car needs, and I can't. It is actually better off. Let me get back down here, people. It seems to be a lot worse today. But what it is, what it is, I'm going to have to bite the bullet and actually take the medications that surgeon wants me to have because if it is, what it is, I think I'm getting it into my head now what he's actually saying. I can't believe that contribution on your business. Big respect to you and thank you. And without further ado, let me just pay respects to you and Lee Ensign, Lee Briggs, Soul Cutter, Natty D, Suffolk Punch, Maria Hussain, Bodie Daly, and oh wow, I can't believe how bad my eyes are, and I know people think it's the shades, it's got nothing to do with shades. My eyes are actually better with shades on than off because big respect to Craig Hill for that donation. Thank you, mate. I think I've overdone it, running about outside like a teenager again. See, when them painkillers kick in, it's like, shh. And then I want to get out there, and it's easier to keep moving than it is to stop, because then my balance is all over the place. As Live Free, Marty Blackburn and Sherlock Jones will tell you, they're often grabbing my arm to stop me falling over. That's why they laugh at me when they're following me, because I'm like a Pelham puppet front back. Because I have to weave about and all that, you know what I mean? Counterbalancing, because that everything seems to be like that to me. And I seem to be veering to right and left, you know what I mean? And it all gets a bit much. Big respect to everybody that has left a contribution, and I'm sorry if I've missed anybody out. As I've said to everybody before, I don't mean any disrespect if I've missed anybody or forget to mention anybody, because I haven't actually seen the message fly past. Like Mick Finn, Mr. Mickey Finn, he thought I was missing him, but Natty D says, respect, none of your business. And oh, now there's a message, none of your business. I keep forgetting what time of day for you is it? It's 10:15 here in England. I don't know if you've seen the videos with place covered in snow over the last few days, none yet, but I tried to film some kids out on sledges, and then later some locals have told me that the police were actually up there giving the parents fines for being more than in a gathering, for being in a gathering. I've actually filmed them pulling local kids today and telling them to get home. It's like police state. I'm in Leeds tomorrow in support of Sherlock Jones and Marty Blackberry. So we're going to go see a bent copper tomorrow. My car should be ready any time now, so then I'll be flying about here, there and everywhere. I'm off all over the country. I've got a few plans with Live Free. Live Free's got some brilliant plans. I can't believe Ed on Live Free me. And to come get to where he is now, to where he has come from, I cannot believe it. I've got all the respect in the world for him. And how you saw him down London feeding the homeless, he does that every day, every single day, everywhere we go. He's in it all the time, getting hot food and drink for them. He does it all the time. It's not new for Live Free to feed the homeless. Big respect, Craig Hill. Big respect, Birmingham Audits. And once again, none of your business. Thank you, mate. And I've got my gimbal back. It's got a few bugbears. I'm not sure if it's because of the way they've treated it or what. But I've got this app on my computer, which they've still got. I was hoping to get that back as well. They've took my computer and it's brand fire new. I haven't even finished setting it up. I can't set it up. I've had to pay curries to set it up. I've got the security that I've put on the laptop. I can put it on as many items as I want. I haven't even put it on my phone yet. This phone's going back tomorrow as well if I get a chance, because it's got too many gremlins. As I've said, people, the police pulled the kids and told them to get home, and that they could only come out for an hour. Well, let me tell you, people, the police and the government can tell me whatever they like. I will travel anywhere and go anywhere I like. I will not have no copper telling me I can't go here and I can't go there because I'm going. That's it. Big respect, Mark Smith. Live free is like a machine. I don't know where he gets his energy. And to top it all, he edits all his own stuff, and then he'll jump on mine and he looks out. He looks out on my station and makes sure things are right. I couldn't have done this on my own. I still haven't got knack using a phone. I'm whipping top here. When I said that, I'm not joking. I don't do texts. I bet I haven't got more than a dozen phone numbers in my phone. And that's it. I don't give people my phone, and I don't live on a phone. And this carry on has got me doing it. I'm even, Live Free's even learnt me how to take notes. Everything I tell you on all my videos is all straight out of my head. I don't research anything. It's all true. And the way I look at it, that's the way I wanted it to be right from the start. I didn't want to call myself something stupid and put a bent name up, because that's another thing. I wanted to be up front right from the beginning. That's why on here I'm Arthur Taylor. I didn't realise that by putting my proper name, I were actually invisible. I had 10 videos up and not one comment. And I'm not joking. Anybody denies what I'm saying, just ask Live Free. Live Free will tell you itself. At least 10 videos and not one comment. And there's no wrong with my videos. You look at them. The only ones I've done, first two I did was St. Camilla's, part 1, and Armley Prison. They were first two, because that's where they were starting. I meant to do St. Camilla's first, but I did Armley first because I was trying to arrange to meet Live Free so he could show me what to do. It took me another 2 months or something. No, that's exaggeration. 2 months. Where did I get 2 months? I meant to say 2 weeks. Before I managed to get hold of him. Public free to film. Yes, big respect. Now there's a good name, mate. Lee Harrison. Ben McGinley. Lee Ensign. Celine, Paul Reed, that's another Reed, that's 2 Reeds. There's Alistair Reed and now Paul Reed. Are you related to Alistair Reed? Yeah, I've been talking about that pickup. I've actually filmed him. Local people are saying they didn't know him. I asked a few other people about it as well. And by the time he drove off, when all them Polish people came out, Polish man with grey hair, he lives in End House, and all the others have come visiting, and they gathered here on a corner, and they'll have a chinwag, and then they're off. Others will turn up then and have a chinwag and a can, and they go to work, and that's how it is all day. But he stood out like a sore thumb, and people are onto that pickup. How he missed police, I'll never know, because the police have been driving round this estate like you wouldn't believe. There's people all over telling me police are telling him to get home. COVID restrictions. Well, let me tell you, Copper, I'm out of here tomorrow. You want to come and tell me? Watch me get locked up again tomorrow. But that's what they want. They want me to breach bail. Big respect, Alan Barber, Saul Cutter, Dave C, Craig Gill, Norman York. Yeah, big respect, Norman York. Bodie Daly. And where's that? Why do I keep doing that? Has my sound gone off again, guys? I don't know. Is my sound on? I can't tell because I ain't got my headphone, my earpiece in. Can somebody just press like button, please? Just so I can tell if you can hear me or not. If you can hear me, can you just press like button, please? Just flash that like button on and off, and I can tell then. Yeah, thank you very much, whoever pressed it. I hope that would to say my sound were okay. Yeah, sounds fine, Celine, thank you. Oh my God. Oh. Now, what it is, I seem to be losing a lot of weight, but I suppose that's because of what's happening. Your body starts shutting down, doesn't it? Things happen, don't they? So, I don't like all this twitching about me, I can't. And, you know what it's like? You know when you whack your hand or something and it's going to go numb? It starts to feel fat and right hot. And then you start getting that tingly feeling. And it's ting, 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 tingling. Well, that I have halfway down my hand, right from three fingers, right up outer part of my arm, right up back end of my arm, right up this part of my neck, straight up back of my head. And it feels like it's coming out right there at top of the brain. Well, that's where your spinal cord's attached, where it's right by them third and fourth vertebrae that they're saying it's damaged. Big respect, Sherlock in the house. Big respect, Sherlock in the house. I will see you first thing in the morning, Sherlock. I am coming. I can't wait, mate. I'm going to get an early night. So we'll be up and out for the fight. And Soul Cutter says, respect Sherlock Jones. Ross Briggs says Sherlock Jones in the house. Respect the man. Celine is saying hi, Sherlock, too. And they're all coming through. Sherlock, listen. Listen, mate. The only difference between you and me is the age, mate. Wow, Sherlock, I'm telling you, I've missed you, mate. I can't wait to see you all tomorrow. Mac, big respect, Mac Mountford. Always saying respect Sherlock Jones. Is that for me as well? Mac Mountford? Well, I know you are. I'm just taking it, Mick. Respect I Spy Audits. Mr. Jones in the house. And Sherlock, listen, mate, listen. Oh, I need, where can I buy an electric scooter? I need to get an electric scooter, mate. I'm going to use one on audits like Danny G. Danny G's got one. I want one. It's going to be my mobility vehicle. Everybody wants them to take my car off me, they're saying. Well, let me tell you something, people. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but my vehicle is not, I repeat, not from mobility benefit. My vehicle is my vehicle. They can take what they like. They can't take my vehicle. I'm sorry, people. So, it's not happening. So, big respect, I Spy Audits, Norman York, Ross Briggs, of course, none your business. And a big thing's just flashed up. Battery percent at 5%. I'm sat on the floor here, Sherlock, by my table. You know the fishing box, Lee's fishing box? I've got my left elbow on it at the moment. But this is the best place for me, mate, at the minute. I can't sit still if I've got to be wobbling about, you know what I mean? It's actually easier. Yes, I do remember that guy, mate. Are you talking about Damien? I know Damien. There ain't many around here I don't know, mate. All around this area, everybody knows me. Let me just... Now, yeah, I've seen them use chainsaws and all sorts. I've seen push bikes with engines on them. Literally push bikes, but proper thing. They used to call them rally runabouts. You pedal like mad. If you broke down and run out of petrol, you just pedal it home like a push bike. You pedal it like a push bike to start it. And I Spy says, big respect to the legend, none your business. Big respect, none your business. Always. The man himself. Respect Mark Smith, Craig Hill, Matty D, higher to you once again, my friend. Alan. Alan Barber. Where did they nut you off, mate? I think that's what they're going to try and do to me. See what it is, I've done that much jail, I've done more porridge than 3 bears. I'm a product of their system and they don't like it. So they want to put me back into their system out of way. But what they want to do is, They want to do same with Live Free, Sherlock Jones, Marty Blackburn. Because we push all wrong buttons. We actually do expose them. Barry Winston, big up Sherlock Jones. Public free to phone, film, sorry. Alan Barber from Sheffield, big respect. Norman York, Bodie Daly, big respect to you all. Now, Sherlock, maybe you can help me, mate, because I've had to put my phone portrait. It wouldn't have it other way around. It kept saying rotate, so I rotated it. But my phone's on portrait. So, when I turn it round, it will automatically turn, won't it? Give us a nod, mate. Press that like button if it will. If it won't, I'm going to be sad because it's making me look stupid all the time. I can't even turn it off, Sherlock. You know, when I want to end the live, what do I press on screen? Can somebody tell me that? I look stupid having to turn it off from power all the time, don't I? But that works. But I don't mean any respect to anybody when I do that. It's just the only way I'm going to get it turned off because I don't know how to turn it off. And Mark Mountford says, big up Arthur Taylor. And said Arthur Taylor first, Sherlock. Yes. Arthur Taylor first. Live Free, Marty B, and Sherlock Jones, and Chunky Monkey. Big respect, Chunky Monkey. We can't forget Chunky Monkey. Do you know something, Chunky Monkey? I never actually asked you where you're actually living. What area are you living in now? Not that it matters. Nah. Smash that like button, please. What it is, people. Oh! It's big up, everybody. Big respect, Sherlock Jones, Marty Blackburn, Youthful Transparency, Chunky Monkey. Oh. Sherlock, listen. You will see me morning, mate. I know I look a great mess at the minute. But you will see me morning. What it is, people, I'm going to have to end this live now. Because I want to get some painkillers down, mate. And I just want to show you my stick. I use this one because with it being so flat, I can rest on it. And also, boys, let me show you this. And here we go, there's the top off. There's the horse's head. Now watch, when I remove my thumb, watch. Look at that, bad boy. Look at that. That's for a wee dram. You put the wee dram in that. You need a wee tipple. Now I've also had poaching sticks. Proper name for them. Poaching sticks. Out for the old pheasants. And then use the slows that you've made the slow gin with for bait. To get the pheasants with the catapult. My friend John is not with us anymore. He was a crack shot with a catapult. I know quite a few boys that are. They can take pheasants, rabbits, anything you like out straight away, first shot. John used to sit under trees when it was raining, when all starlings had gathered in the trees in the hundreds and thousands, and he'd have a big pile of rocks next to him, and he'd sit there with a catapult, blasting them out of the trees, and then he'd go around and fill his jumper up with them, and he'd get home and he'd pluck them all, and gut them and everything, and throw them in the stew pot. And I used to say, come on, John, you take it, mick, mate. You don't eat starlings. He went, of course I do, knock. He says, will you tell him, Peter? I eat them starlings all day. When they're cooked, they're like little chickens. Beautiful, knock. You don't know what you're missing. Oh. He said, you'll starve to death in 2 minutes, knock. Right, what it is, Sherlock. I'll be there in morning. The police in South Emsall are on the ball. They have been chasing the kids about all day and telling them they're going home to their houses and giving the mothers fines for allowing the kids to go out in gatherings. How petty is that? It's a police state. That's it. It is no better out here than an open prison, and I'm not joking. The only difference is, instead of screws, you've got police and they have to use cars because they have to cover a bigger area. So, once again, I'm going to thank you all. Oh. I'm going to thank you all. And I've got a few extra photos to show you tomorrow as well, Sherlock. You're into your cars. I've got a picture of a nice cabriolet I bought from me kids' mums when we lived in Fitzwilliam. Yes, Fitzwilliam. Milton Terrace. I've lived on Northview, Milton Terrace, Club Terrace, Milton Terrace. I haven't lived on Railway Terrace or Rockingham Street. But I've lived on all the rest and been in 2 or 3 houses on them, each at streets as well. So that person that wanted to say that I was accusing the retarded lad at Fitzwilliam being set up for murders in Fitzwilliam, I didn't say no fucking such thing. What I said is, the retarded lad off Milton Terrace who lived with his mother, who played with all kids, had brain of about a 5-year-old. We all trusted him. All kids loved him to bits because he played with him. That's why police thought he'd be an easy target to set him up. I've only to think about that lad, and I'm glad I've got these shades on, because I can feel my eyes welling up now. So I'm sorry, people. Sherlock and everybody else will tell you. Sherlock, when I mention I shouldn't be here, me, you'll know what it does to me. This is what it does, mate. Big respect to Society X. Norman York, I Spy Audit. Rod Wright. Paul Reed, Suffolk Punch Panther. Ross Briggs. Ross Briggs. Where most of your family are from, is it? And you was in Moorthorpe? Yeah? So you live in Moorthorpe, dear Mr. Briggs? And your family are still living up Fitzwilliam, are they? Whereabouts in Fitzwilliam? You don't have to answer if you don't want, mate. I know that information's a bit personal. But there ain't many people in Fitzwilliam I don't know, mate. Big respect to Celine, Birmingham Audits, Alan Barber, Ed Hunter, Suffolk Punch, Art of Gold. Yeah, I wish I had. Now listen, mate. The man that's put Peter Sutcliffe and put view deleted message. I will have a look, mate, just to see. Because, listen, mate, I fed Peter Sutcliffe January 81. He told me things that disturbed my head, mate. He told solicitors, judges, and everybody else details as well. And all them got psychological treatment afterwards. So, my phone is telling me to close because my battery's 0. So, big respect to everybody else. I'm sorry, but my battery's dying. I can see my phone changing colour as we speak. Big respect none your business and everybody else that have contributed. Big respect to anybody else, and I'm really, really sorry that I haven't been able to get back to you. My phone's fading out. Big respect to everybody. And I'll get back to you tomorrow. Respect. Big respect, live free. The master himself. And Arthur Taylor requesting to fall out. Sir.